We can use them to blast open an area for us. There's a direct hit on that observation vehicle, by the way. Artillery still coming down. It's 7:11, so in about 9 minutes we should see our T-72 hopefully approach the AO. Close round to that Humvee. Oh, it'd be nice to take out that Humvee. Is it M2 or... Oh, I can't see it. Oh, is it an M2? No, this is an M240 Humvee, okay. Alright, howdy boyos. Welcome to Combat Mission Black Sea. Black Sea has been out for a while now. However, not on Steam, which is the version I am playing here right now. The devs were super awesome, allowed me to make some early access content for you guys to prepare for the release of Black Sea on Steam very, very soon. I'll link the store in the description. You can check out all the details and the release date all there. So I played a lot of Shock Force 2. I was really excited to get any of the other combat missions on Steam, and here we are. It looks like we're going to be having Black Sea as the next game. I've heard some theories about a World War II game that may be coming next. Who knows? I'm really freaking excited about that as well. Anyway, with that little announcement out of the way, if you don't really know what Combat Mission is, I feel like this video is going to hopefully show it off. It's definitely not your run-of-the-mill RTS game, mainly because this isn't an RTS game. It's not real-time. You do have the option to play this game in real-time, but I've actually decided to play this game like most people want me to play this probably, which is in a turn-based mode. You have 1 minute. In that minute, your units follow your orders, and then after that minute, you can give them new orders. So I actually have given these 3 BTRs an order already to move over here, and I guess we'll give them that order. And also, while that's happening, we'll quickly check out the briefing. Actually, let's do a mute sound real quick. So the objective here is pretty simple. We're not going to read through all of this. Mainly what you have to know is we have 3 BTRs with a platoon of infantry on board. Our job is to eliminate the American forces that are linked up with a couple of Ukrainian forces here in an HQ. We have mortars available, as well as a T-72 that will hopefully show up around 7:20. Right now, if we turn the sound back on, it is 7:05. So in about 15-ish minutes, we'll have one T-72 show up. Now, we have pre-designated this artillery, or this area for artillery. So what we'll do in a second, we'll probably call in some artillery here, start an opening barrage, dismount our infantry, and drive straight down the hill onto the enemy formations. So we have about 3 squads of infantry, an engineer, commander, a sniper, an ATGM team, or I think it's actually an RPO team, so they actually carry thermobaric rounds, yes. And other than that, we just have a marksman team as well. So we are having a tank support us at some point. Not really sure if it's going to be here exactly around 7:20, but at least it's about 15 minutes. So when this thing hits about 40 minutes down here in the clock. Now, Combat Mission, like I said earlier, isn't your run-of-the-mill game, and I really went over this in a lot of detail, I feel like, in my earlier Combat Mission videos. So I guess what we can do now, actually, if we turn the audio off just for 1 second, because the engines are really, really loud. The cool thing about this game mode is that you can go back in time. So let's say one of my BTRs got shot at across this field. I can inspect every angle of that happening. Like, obviously, they're just driving across the field right now, so it's not like super important to see this or anything. But it is so cool to use that step-by-step or minute-by-minute game mode, so you can just very much spectate exactly what's going on with your units at any given time. And I gotta say, this game looks very, very awesome. There's something about Russian military equipment that just gets me going, and man, this just looks absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we're gonna stop messing around now. We're gonna get into some combat. We have just made that turn happen, so we can now either decide to just let our turn continue, but I don't really have a lot of orders for them. So instead, we'll actually drag their move orders up a little bit, and then we can maybe even give them basic dismount orders for the infantry. So I guess when they reach that position, infantry can start dismounting. I'm not really sure if I really have to worry about any firing arcs. I think that we're in a pretty good position regarding that. So actually, let's move these guys more to the right. I just don't want my infantry to start engaging right away. I don't think it'll be a super big issue. We'll get our sniper team Actually, let's have our sniper team dismount and be like sort of a forward scout, and we'll give them a target arc that's very small. Basically, what that does, what I just did, it means that they are not going to start shooting whenever they see someone. They will only start shooting if they see someone in that specific target arc. BTRs are on the move. If you're not very familiar with Russian military equipment, the BTR-82A is armed with a 30mm autocannon. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's the exact same one you find on the Mi-28. I believe it is similar. It is a very, very brutal APC or IFV. I'm not really sure what the difference is between an IFV and an APC. I think people kind of use them, intermittently. They kind of use them to sort of designate the same thing. But like I said, they're armed with a 30mm autocannon, a 7.62 or 7.62mm machine gun. They also carry some extra ammo on board. You can see they have a bunch of machine gun ammo, a bunch of RPG ammo actually, and over 1,000 rounds worth of 5.45 40 AKs. Our little squads here kind of depends on what they come with. Some of them come with nothing special. I believe we had one here with a SVD on board, so we have more of a support unit. We have more of an assault unit here. Russian squads are interesting because they come with RPGs most of the time. This takes place, by the way, in a fictional setting of 2017. Now, the devs assured me in the email I got, by the way, what's up, Paolo? The devs assured me that the game was made before the entire Crimea invasion happened, before Russia and Ukraine fought over, the Crimean Peninsula. They apparently made up the idea that, they wanted to make their game about this. They wake up one day, and it's like, yeah, by the way, Ukraine and Russia are kind of having a little war going on. I mean, I know it's not... It's still going on right now. It's definitely, I think, calmed down a lot. But it's interesting that the devs of this game sort of made this just as a pure fictional scenario. And it kind of became real life. Obviously, the game isn't based on what's happening. And it takes place in 2017. I believe the game was made way before then. So it's not necessarily built upon an actual scenario happening. Though it is interesting to see that their idea sort of became reality in a weird way. So we're dismounting our infantry. We do have a little engineer team here, and the cool thing is they come with a couple of demo or breaching charges, which technically speaking, what we can do, we can set them up on one of these walls, have them blast a wall away, and then move into position. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. I think what we should do is have our sniper team move up. Actually, let's take a look at this defilade here, because I think there is some terrain advantages. So this little, well, I don't really want to call it a farm, this little destroyed building will provide cover as well as a little ditch that's behind here. So maybe we can move our team here into position, as they should still be on that, yep, they still are. Let's do the same thing with, where is target area, and we'll move them into position, probably, let's take a look. We'll move them into position about at the edge of this tree line. So we'll do it about there. And then we'll keep rolling in all of our infantry as well. We don't really... Okay, this is a single guy, so maybe we could keep him more off to the side and then change them out, just so we can all kind of keep everyone together. I really like keeping stuff together. It makes my... it makes it less confusing for me. So we'll set this up like that, and I think we could slowly push these BTRs up. Now, we do have the target thing, so what we could do... We could have, let's see, area target. This is relatively good, I think. I'm really worried about these buildings specifically. Now, we could do 2 guns or 3 guns. 2 guns or 3 guns. Let's do 2 guns, heavy, maximum, general, immediate, confirm. So when this hits 50 minutes, we should have an artillery barrage coming in. I'm hoping to save one of those mortars for smoke, so we could maybe lay down a linear line formation of smoke right here. Now, we did spot an enemy Humvee, it looks like. The Ukrainian army, I believe, in real life, does use Humvees. I'm not sure what they do in this game. It looks like this may or may not be an American driving it, so we've now confirmed Americans to be inside of this area as well as Ukrainians. This is an American advisor team that's apparently embedded with the Ukrainian HQ. We are pushing our BTRs forward, and I gotta say, this game has been so freaking awesome, man. Let's turn off the icons and... And this is what gets me really excited as well about a potential World War II version on Steam. There's quite a few World War II versions of combat missions. I believe there's ones in Italy. There's ones during the Battle of the Bulge. I believe there's ones on the Eastern Front. There's ones... did I mention Italy yet? There's ones in Normandy. Market Garden. Market Garden obviously is very interesting to me as a person who literally lived near Nijmegen and Arnhem. Well, being from the Netherlands, I guess every Dutch person kind of lives near Nijmegen and Arnhem because it's like a 2-hour drive at most. I guess artillery is going to be another minute out. We could consider pushing up to the edge of the tree line. The sniper team, you guys should start moving fast. RPG team. Okay, let's try and keep everyone together. I'm still not really sure how I want to necessarily... I'm trying to move this marker right there. I kind of want to push aggressively when that artillery strike hits, but we also hit our tank in a little bit, so at the same time it's not really important, in my personal opinion, to attack now, although I could move the BTRs up out of this tree line just right here in the defilade. I don't know if they can be spotted. Might be a little risky to do that. Maybe we'll hold off on that just for right now. We'll hold off on the moving the BTRs up too far forward. Okay, we have another minute to that artillery strike of 2 mortars. I think they were 82mm mortars. Currently, we're just going to obviously watch our guys push up. This is our commander. He's going to have eyes on the compound, and he's going to switch to his binoculars here in a second, hopefully give us some spots on targets or potential targets in the zone. Just put his binos out. And I guess another thing I haven't even showed yet is a little follow camera, which I think is really, really cool. So you can actually have a camera that follows exactly what your unit is doing. Obviously with infantry it's a little bit messy, but with vehicles it's really, really cool to like have this sort of cinematic camera perspective on a moving vehicle. Just have shots being fired. I'm not sure what or who. This might be one of the rifle teams who are opening fire. Oh, I can't... Okay, I didn't... We could go back in time. This is the beauty. Let's take a look. Okay, so it was the PK on this team, who also has the SVD, interestingly enough. Or he has an SVD, it looks like. I'm not really sure how effective that is, but... Okay, he just fired 2 short bursts. This is a PKP. Yeah, it's on the PKM. He's fired 2 short bursts from his PKP. We have an artillery vehicle spotted over here. It's a observation amphibious artillery vehicle. This almost looks like a BTR... But it's not a BTR 60 or 70. It's it might be a Ukrainian built licensed copy or version of it. It doesn't have any turret. It looks like it has a PKM on the top here that the turret commander could pop out of. All right, so this time the artillery is going to start hitting. We're going to hit the done button. Now we could move up our BTRs because they're going to be under some heavy suppressive fire from our artillery. I think that'll be a good time to push up some of our units a little bit. Maybe push our RPO team up. Maybe we'll actually push them up to here, and then we'll run them up to there. Okay, maybe make this a run ability too. We're going to go ahead. Artillery should start coming down any second. Our BTRs are pushing up. And one of our squads here, actually you can see the tandem heat round on this guy right here, is pushing up to the compound as well. I'm waiting for the artillery to start striking the compound. We have multiple trucks. Looks like a Ural. We have that APC. We have a Humvee over here. Oh, here goes our BTR. Opening fire with a 30 mil. On the move. Okay, we have contact with the artillery. Sounds like they are about to unleash their barrage. Crew dismounting from that observation BTR. Here comes the artillery. That's a little bit on the close side of the compound, it looks like. Alright, we are still moving our guys in. We have engineers slowly getting into position. But we did knock out one of their Urals. This one's been knocked out too. I'm not sure. This one's been knocked out. So they've lost a bunch of their units over here. We have artillery striking inside their compound. I guess we could take a look at the, where is our officer, our leader? Let's take a look. It should say, okay, firing for another minute. So we have another whole minute of artillery, and then I'm hoping to save some of the artillery and just blast a smoke screen here right in front. It might be worth it for us to... I'm a little scared. I could potentially mount him on a BTR, run the BTR close to the wall, then dismount. But if the BTR gets knocked out, there's a huge chance that the people in the vehicle will obviously get knocked out by the impact from an RPG hitting it. So that's a huge risk I'd rather not take. Let's move up our marksman team. Fast move, maybe even to over here. Or is this more? Okay, there's more of a bush over there. And then one of these teams will move him behind the barn, and they'll move him to over there so they can get some eyes on. We'll have our RPO team, which is going to be, I think, really useful using their thermobaric launchers. We'll use the infantry here not to move into position. And then we have one more squad. Okay, they're already moving up with this BTR. I'm not really sure. I guess we could move them up, but I kind of want to keep them maybe in between these two BTRs over here. No, actually, maybe we'll just keep them more at an angle. I'm a little afraid of them getting... the artillery's still coming down. I don't know how crazy the shrapnel might get here. The support team, I guess we'll slowly move him up. Don't really need to worry too much about that. I do need to set this guy to have a target arc, because he's a single guy. There's no point in him opening fire, because he's going to get obliterated if he does. And then this team, I'm trying to keep them alive. In case the artillery does not destroy any of the walls, we can use them to blast open an area for us. There was a direct hit on that observation vehicle, by the way. Artillery still coming down. It's 7:11, so in about 9 minutes we should see our T-72 hopefully approach the AO. Close round to that Humvee. Oh, it'd be nice to take out that Humvee. Is it M2 or... Oh, I can't see it. Oh, is it an M2? No, this is an M240 Humvee, okay. More rounds coming in. We have yet to spot any infantry other than the crew of certain vehicles. Artillery still coming down. All the walls are still intact. There's a few of these, there's a few holes in the walls over here, but... Oh, 203 coming out. Or I guess I should say a GP30. From the leader and his assistant. He's aiming. Round out. Okay. Not the worst artillery barrage. I believe now, with our units in position, we could call in... I need to push my leader up, probably, to over... Let's move our team. Let's move this little sniper team over here. Let's run our leader up to here. And then I'm hoping we could ask him for a smoke barrage. Okay. They're still firing, but it's going to be less than a minute. So basically... In this turn, the artillery will cease. We want to lay a smoke screen, push out through it, maybe push these BTRs just a little bit off to the side, crawl them over here, trying to spread out my assault force. I'm trying to grab the little bulbs. I always really like rotating them, their firing position. I guess we'll set up in this barn or building, whatever really you want to call it. It's nothing big really. And the RPO team is still in a good position. This BTR, roll them up forward, and there we go. Our commander, like I said, is going to get into position. Heavy artillery still going on. Shame that we didn't manage to again knock out any of the walls or any huge gaps in these structures. We do have some fire coming in on this. Ooh, that one is knocked out. BTR with the 80mm, BTR with a 30mm, sorry, knocks out the M240 Humvee. Definitely looks like, yeah, that one's smoking. That's perfect. We got some light fire coming in from this squad. We do have contacts running on the left over here. Ukrainian infantry. The driver of one of the vehicles, he is getting absolutely smashed. I'm surprised he's still alive, to be honest with you. Okay. Overkill much, I guess, but, you know, it worked. We have a bunch of barbed wire here on the inside of the compound, it looks like, by the way. And where is there any more? Is there any more like stuff I have to worry about? I didn't even realize that. There's a bunch of barbed wire on the inside of this compound. There's some sandbag cover. I think that BTR sort of blew open the wall, and it's not a huge. I prefer it to be maybe closer to the right side of the structures. But now with the artillery done and our officer here in place, oh, they're empty, really? God damn, I was hoping to... Okay, I was really hoping to use them to use that artillery to hopefully set up some smoke for us here. I guess we could potentially just kind of hang around. I mean, there's not really much I can do right here. I don't know why these guys are crawling around like that. They just should get into their freaking position. Okay. That was a grenade, I think, that landed close to us there. Oh, they are lobbing grenades at us. Okay, from right there. Ooh, that was a good 203 back, but it looks like they have observers in here, and they're engaging us with something. I'm not sure if those were the ones who engaged us with the 203, but we definitely took some explosive fire. We still got rifles going out on this truck. Okay, there's still a driver in that one, but he's being engaged. Okay, he's not going to live very much longer when the BTRs open up like that. There looks to be infantry in this building. At least 2 or 3. There's advisors in this building. Our job is to get men into all those green squares that you see. Let's take a look at the briefing again. Checkpoint 555. Where is that? Oh, okay. So we gotta just run someone into checkpoint 555 before this game's over. We could potentially just run this BTR to checkpoint 55 and then run him back. So let's do done. Okay, we've received mortar support. That's very welcome. I guess we'll... Okay, let's run you into this thing, and then run you back. I don't know... That might be a little scary, but I'm sure it won't be too bad. I just like to get those points. We did get some extra mortar support, so I guess we can use linear target. We'll do this one. We'll do 2 fire missions. Smoke. Medium. Immediate. Like 5 minutes. Okay, I guess we have to wait for another 5 minutes for our assault. That might just be a better solution than to just charge into this area. I do know our BTRs have smoke, but I'm not sure how close their smoke would be. So we can actually pop smoke once and see if its smoke is at all useful. Okay, so he's gonna pop smoke. Okay, he popped smoke super far away. Is that our smoke? That's crazy far. Okay, our snipers are engaging. Our BTR is just gonna head over here, touch the zone, and come back. Okay, so our smoke, actually, we now know exactly. When we pushed our BTRs back just a few meters, our smoke would land exactly right in front of that wall and allow us the cover that I think we're looking for. Like I said earlier, this BTR is going to drive back, hit the point, and come back again, just for some free points. Might as well. I think it's just a touch objective. We still have another 5-ish minutes before our T-72 could start arriving. ETA was 7:20. It is now 7:14, about to be 7:15. And we're touching the objective right there. Got some points. 3rd Platoon, 1st Company. Let's locate the objective. We took some points just for, you know, let's be safe. So I think we're going to have to wait for his artillery. This is going to take another 4 minutes. Okay, well, we might as well going to dig in and appreciate that we might as well wait and have our guys sort of Because no, these guys say they're tired. No, where these guys say they're tiring. Okay. Tiring, ready. Okay, so really we only have to do is wait for these guys. These are not even going to be assaulting. They're just going to sit here and provide cover. I mean, they're watching into the compound. Mainly they're going to be sitting here and waiting. But this squad, I'd love for them to not be tired. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always run the sappers into a BTR. BTR drives up, sappers unload, they blow the wall, BTR stays there, covers with smoke, and then we push everyone else in. Our BTR is pushing back on the road. And then we are going to have to just wait off until our smoke actually hits. So this might be a couple of turn skips depending on if we see any contact happening. But it looks like we have mostly demolished. We actually opened this wall here, That might have been mortars or our... We got fire coming in right here on the advisor team. We did knock out part of this building over here, which is good because it allows them a lot less cover. So it looks like we still have to wait for the artillery. We're just going to let this play out. Let the artillery go crazy. And by artillery, I mean BTRs, the infantry. We can engage this. Ooh, there goes a American advisor. It's very sporadic fire coming in. Oh, there's one contact. And we spotted an enemy vehicle. Another Humvee, this time with a 50 cal on top. That was a RPG or a... I'm not sure. That might have been an RPG that just tried hitting that Humvee. Ooh, look at that building. This wall got blown out. We knocked out a bunch of their defenders there. BTR is engaging from the flank. We can see like ricochets coming from everywhere. Oh, wow, you missed. Are you kidding? How often are you going to miss? How many rockets do you have left? I think he's got 1 AP and 1 HE rocket left. Okay, let's take a look at our commander. What's smoke say? Anything? It's just, okay, spawning for the smoke. So we're going to sit here and wait. I really want to tackle the smoke. We do have the BTR engaging the Humvee. Technically speaking, we could smoke up with our BTRs now and push in, but I'm a little scared. I don't want to just run in there and lose half my guys for no reason. Oh, here comes the smoke. Perfect. A little sooner than I thought, by the way. That's 203s coming out, and whoa, that was an HE rocket, I think. That was crazy. He's loading another one. Is he gonna fire a rocket again? He's just reloading it. What does he have loaded right now? Can we see? Okay, he's got another tandem rocket loaded right now. That was crazy, though. The explosion from that rocket, that was nuts. More smoke? I think that's my artillery landing anyway. I don't think it's this. This is just a little bit of fire and shrapnel going around. Okay, well, still don't see any smoke. We're gonna have to... Okay, it looks like they surrendered. Our artillery was too strong. Our artillery was too strong. We never even got to do a full assault. Very, very, very sad. I actually was looking forward to that. I guess we gave it to them too good. I mean, it is all fire superiority. What do they have left? A 2-man RPG team here with a forward observer team, a single driver, another driver, mostly just drivers and crew members. We knocked out almost the entire base worth of people. I think this just shows how crazy modern warfare can be. You don't even need to be in the compound. You can just obliterate people with artillery and well-placed shots. I mean, you know, a BTR, that's just insane. Make it 3 of them, and the enemy is just in a lot of trouble. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to be doing some more combat mission, Black Sea for sure. Let's see you guys in the next one. Cheers.